What's up? Top of the morning with Pro, man. What's up? Get some likes up, man. SBO. What's up? What's up? OB. Hey, Melvin. Yeah. Still riding, man. Still riding. hmm Matter of fact, later on the day, going to St. George's Island, on the outskirts of Tallahassee, going to St. George's Island. Uh, go to the beach. Go to the beach. Morning, Big Don. Hey, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. I got I got it in Larry, you Hoover. What's up, baby? I got it in subscribers only mode. Yeah. Paper boy. Well, I wasn't praying for a minute, but I'm always meditating. Yeah. So yeah, that's sort of like a prayer. It is. Um, hey man, I'm I gotta get it right, man. Listen, this is what people got to understand. I love playing basketball, and I love playing football. But one thing that I did realize when I was playing basketball, I'm not Michael Jordan. I wasn't Scottie Pippen or Kevin Durant. I'm playing football. I was not Emmitt Smith. You know, that's them. You know, but guess what? I'm pro. I'm pro. There's only one of me. You can't be me. You can't be me. You can't pattern yourself after me. You just simply can't do the shit that I do. You can't. You know. You know. You don't have anything left to attack. There's nothing left to attack when it comes to me, but me, but attacking me personally, or physically something like that. Is other than that, just listen. I promise myself, you will not get no 5 minutes of fame off this platform. Yeah. Paris, man, what's up, man? Salute to everybody. Salute to the chat. Oh, man, I couldn't even get past. I couldn't even get past the introduction. I couldn't even get past the introduction of the original copy, the first book, the first publication that the meal maker wrote, Robert Lim. You know, I couldn't get past that. Listen, a lot of dog men, a whole lot of dog men that's breathing air right now today that still have dogs. They glad that man gone. And it's sad to say that. They glad he gone. He didn't even play. And he really kind of remind me a lot of myself and the way I think when it comes to dogs. And it let me know, I say like, damn, Pro, you know what? I forgot to congratulate one person. Send shout out to one person. I tell you, man, Pro, I send shout out to you, Pro. I thank you. Real. I thank you. I had to thank myself. I had to thank myself. You know, many of my subscribers, many of my close friends, they always thank me on a constant basis. You know, always thank me on a constant basis. Brothers hit me up on the back street. want information. If it ain't pertaining to breeding, it's pertaining to something else. Pro always come through and deliver, give them what they need. And if I can't deliver it to them, guess what I do? I know somebody who can. That's the power of pro. If I don't know it, I bet you I know somebody who knows it. I promise you. Don't mind coming on here telling y'all. They know it, you know. But I've helped a lot of people, and they thank me for it. I mean, simple. They could have went to any other platform and asked them why they didn't. Why hadn't they? You know, why hadn't they? Went to any other platform and beat their inboxes down, beat their phone number down, beat their telegram apart, beat their messenger apart, beat their Facebook chats apart, just beat it apart. You know why? Because nobody has opened up themselves like Pro has, open door policy. 9 times out of 10, if Pro slammed the door on anybody in any type of way, it was detrimental to everything that I believe in, everything that I stand upon, plain and simple. And this is just simply me being a man dealing in power. You know, we as men was bred to be powerful. Not just physically powerful. See, those are attributes or one standard of being a man. You got to be strong. You got to be physically strong to a certain point. Physically strong where you can defend yourself and you can defend your family. Nothing more, nothing less. It ain't telling you to be Jet Li or Bruce Lee, but physically strong. That if you have to go out there in the woods and cut down trees to build your own log cabin, you have to be able to be strong. So you have to deal with a certain element of power. That's what I deal with, power. I never dealt in fairness. Never dealt in fairness. I never sat back and said nothing wasn't fair. You know why? Because I left that up to my mother. That's what they do. You know. So that's what I deal with. I deal with power. And the authority that I speak on, guess whose authority it is? It is mine alone. It is mine alone and can stand to be questioned. Yeah. But I will say this before I move on. I will say this. Is there anybody in the chat, outside of the chat? I wouldn't give a damn how many platforms you could think of. Anybody on any platform that you could think of, I wouldn't give a damn who you is. I don't play. Listen, this is what I want y'all to do for me. If I was to ever hypothetically saying got caught up doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing, especially when it comes to these dogs, which will never happen. But let's just say it does. I want to know if I can use all of y'all as a character witness to get up on the stand and say, yeah, Pro ain't never did nothing. Pro ain't never been around no dog. Pro ain't never did nothing. Pro ain't got no resume. Do that for me. Do that for me. If you bold enough to come on a platform to sell me out for nothing. If you bold enough to come on a platform to sell me out for nothing, please, when my attorney call you and subpoena you, get your punk ass in that courtroom and stand up for me and let the people know Pro ain't doing nothing. Yeah, that's facts. SBO. That is a God-given fact. If you so adamant about screaming about everything that I'm not doing, please tell the prosecutor that and get up on the witness stand and vouch for me and let me go on home back to my family if that situation ever came up. Yeah. Everybody, anybody that's jump on that bandwagon, get your ass in that courtroom, bring your punk ass in that courtroom and stand up for Pro. Say, yeah, man, Pro ain't never did nothing. Pro ain't never did nothing. I want y'all to speak up for me. We're gonna go and kill this right now. Is you willing to come to court to testify on my behalf. That's all I'm asking, you know. So enough said. Let's bulldog a little bit. Obi Bell, what's up, man? Bobby Todd. My philosophy is to make individuals bearing the title grand champion or champion so to get good offspring. For example, I now own about 100 dogs and they are all descendants of grand champions. Wow, that's amazing, man. You really, really, really opened up a real good topic. That's on the line of what we want to talk about a little bit today. Yeah, you know, uh, $100, bro. $100. You see, this is what I got to do. And this is all I'm here to do. It's just to bring an element of common sense to everything that you're doing and everything that you're talking about. Listen, $100. And and if that's your goal, to breed the dogs, with the title of grand champion, one time, two time winner, three-time winner, one-time loser, whatever it may be in the pedigree. If that's your aim, to breed to that, and you sitting there with $100 on your yard, okay? You sitting there with $100 on your yard with all of this history in their pedigrees. Something in that history should have already repeated the same. Out of $100, it should be at least five champions out of that 100, at least. Just at least 5, 6 champions. You know, it should be at least, two grand champions or whatever, three grand champions out of $100. You know. Oh, Bobby, my bad. You from the Balkans. I apologize. I thought you was from uh Maine or New York or Louisiana somewhere with $100 with grand champions running all through their history, but you ain't got none. You got a couple of winners. Oh, um, Bobby Ty, let me say this for a minute, bro. I most definitely can vouch for what you're saying. I apologize. I misread you. Bobby Ty. I ain't. One thing about it, I should have known. Ain't no white boys running around here with that name, or no niggas with that name. So yeah, you got to be from across that pond. Um, of course, I know Bobby Ty. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me. SBO done been there. See, I speak to guys that actually been there. I don't speak to guys that hate on it and this ain't never been there or never experienced. I talk to guys on a daily basis that been over there. Him, uh, SBO, the ambassador. Yeah, yeah, Bobby. You got $100. I know you got $100. You feeding 100 bulldogs. I know, I know. Because I got to say this, time's already too hard over there for y'all, with or without any dogs. So I know if you're gonna feed $100, them dogs are gonna be worthy to be fed, or worthy to be on the chain. You know, I'm gonna tell you, the dog game actually started changing. Okay, for the American dog man, the dog game started changing back in 1983. It started changing back in 1983. It is when the general public, began to think that it was okay, okay, to keep a pet quality dog as a pet, you know, and that really made it bad. It drew the attention of some of the wrong people. Of course, that listen, Bobby, there's excellent dogs in the U.S. There are excellent dogs in the United States. There are excellent dogs. But in comparison, man, I'm telling you, very small number, very small number, you know, very small number, very small number. Because nobody has a chance to be challenged. See, it's not like where you're from, Bobby. It's not where you from. You know, they give you the once over. You go make title with a dog and talking about, oh, we good. We putting them up for stud. They gonna sell you out over there. I know this. What you good? You 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 won three. He ain't even 3 years old yet, and you good. You talking about? I know y'all don't even play that over there. Y'all don't even play that over there. Got camp sitting up waiting on you to make champ over there. So they come say, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You don't get that liberty over him. You don't have that liberty over him. You know, I mean, it's bad. Bobby. Well, Marcus Johnson, what's up? Well, Bobby Top, it's like this, my friend. This the dogs have got it's way beyond pedigrees now. It's way beyond pedigrees. Just like we mess up everything else in the world, the Americans have messed up the pedigree system with these dogs of legitimately actually looking at, a good dog. Obi Bell say, Pro, you caught my attention a few years ago when you brought up Honey Bunch's pedigree and started an uproar. Keep up the real work. You remember that? You remember that? It's a bunch of it, man. You know, it's a bunch of it. It's a whole bunch of stuff. It's a whole bunch of stuff. You see me? I come from a society, right, where I've always been taught to speak, say what I feel, whatever I feel, especially if I feel that it's right. Say it with authority, and hey, and accept the consequences that come behind it. Now, I'm not even from this country anyway. I was born in Germany, I was, but I'm not from here, And then guys get sour, A lot of guys still sour with me because, hey, I said something about some of their favorite legends or some of their favorite dogs that they didn't approve of and didn't like. But hey, I said it, stood behind it, and refused to apologize. Listen. And then some guy was like, man, Pro, you racist. You're racist. I ain't racist. I ain't racist. Just like I was taking a lot of you white guys to the fire pit, throwing your ass off in there. I threw a whole bunch of these black guys and Hispanics in there too. If you got caught, if you got caught, if you got caught, and you did something within these dogs that wasn't right, that wasn't cool, that wasn't morally sound, but this wasn't right, and it came to Pro, I don't apologize. That's what you get. Start treating people fair. Start treating people fair. And then people won't be so reluctant about, purchasing a dog or buying something from you. Yeah. Simple as that. Simple as that. I'm not trying to stop nobody from making no money. By all means, if all y'all can sell dogs and be happy, it'll be cool and fine. But just make sure you're selling good product. Selling good product. Oh man. That man, I can't keep thanking the brother enough. Uh appreciate the Oscar. Appreciate the book. Appreciate the book. It's gonna be a very good, exciting read. Very good, exciting read. Just listen to the philosophy of this man here, the way this man talking. You said it. Uh PDF, uh, and I know for a fact the way this guy talking right now, if he was living right now in 2022, he wouldn't be able to stand up against none of you guys as far as like the onslaught, the onslaught that y'all will bring on something. The way this guy is talking, the pet bull owners, man, the pet bull owners. A lot of people are just walking around with bull terriers and don't even know it. Bull terriers. We're not talking about the Spud McKenzie dogs. Bull terriers. Bull terriers. Red Bud Jocko bull terriers. Jeep Red Bud Jocko bull terriers. Yellow John bull terriers. Uh, shit. Just name it. Zebo bull terriers. They're walking around with them. You know, this is when the dogs actually went from being an actual working tool, you know, to just being a pet. Brandon Blue, really? See, the blue guys, I mean, the bully guys, the bully guys get way more respect than the modern day game dog guys. They do. Because they know they ain't trying to fool themselves. They know they dogs ain't made for no type of work. They know they dogs is bred up to just look pretty and look good and look colorful. They know this, and they in their place. They get along with each other. They don't beef with each other. They just hang out. So we talking about the American pit bull terrier, American pit bull terrier, American pit bull terrier, in the hands of a hobbyist or in the hands of just a pet owner. It's not a pit bull terrier. It's just a simple bull terrier. It's a simple bull terrier. I can't give you much, but I will. Um, 1983, the American Bull Terrier took on a completely different look to the public, mostly because of the irresponsible people that own bull terriers as pets. The public thinks that they are all pit bulldogs, okay? With all these counterfeit pit dogs is pets. Counterfeit pit dogs is pets, okay? Men, women, and children began to be mauled and killed instead of the news media interviewing pet bull owners who all have this potential problem. The news media interviewed the Humane Society, who created a problem when they helped make it a felony. See, you know, it's the pet bull owners. The pet bull owners is what actually started shining that light, that negative light. The irresponsible pet bull owners. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, it even went deeper than that. Not only a pet bull owner, you just in possession of a counterfeit pit bull, a counterfeit pit bull, a counterfeit pit bull. And then the onslaught just started. Then the Humane Society got into it, didn't talk to any, uh, 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 um, honorable actual pit dog. Man, they didn't actually talk to them to get any understanding of the breed. You got pet owners that actually try to define what the breed represents and always try to make excuses for the maulings, for the killings and stuff, for the kids and stuff like that. And the attacks over the years. And they say now the public thinks that no one fights these dogs anymore, so they can own one as a pet. Okay, he say now the public thinks that no one does, performs with these dogs anymore, so they feel like it's okay to own one as a pet. Ask any owner of a bull terrier to tell you what kind of dog he owns, and he would tell you he owns a pit bull. This naive pet owner, okay, doesn't know what kind of dog he owns. So you can't expect him to know what control his dog needs at all times. Potential disasters in the making. And who takes care of the public when they fall prey to a pet bull, like a sniper in the dark at night? Someone gets killed or hurt. Okay. Then some Sports Illustrated story comes out. Okay. Story on pit bulls. Not one dog in the magazine was a real pit dog. See, a lot of people didn't even understand that or realize that when SI first leaked that original story, not one of the dogs in there were pit dogs, and some of them were pit bull mixes. Getting in bad shape. Giving the true game dog a black eye. You know, and then it says the naive pet owner doesn't even know what kind of dog he owns, so you can't expect him to know what the no. It says then comes the Sports Illustrated cover story on pit bulls. Not one dog in the magazine was a pit dog. Okay, but if the public on the defense because of the many reasons people own bull terriers and erroneously call them pit bulls. Okay, we're not talking about bull terriers as the breed. We're actually still talking about these dogs. Okay, um, and erroneously call them pit bulls. The public sees no way to solve the problem because they don't see the truth. They don't see the truth. It's almost like this right here. Do you remember the movie fighting the Enter the Dragon? Okay, and in the end, uh, Bruce Lee fighting the old master, Yin Lee. And then when he got in that room, poof, with the mirrors, every mirror in there either looked like it was 20 Bruce Lees in there, and it was like 30 of his adversaries. Us as a viewer, at first we didn't know which one was the real Bruce Lee. We didn't know which one was the real villain until Bruce broke that glass and the real one stood up and he murdered him. You know what I'm saying? This is what we have even today. And it started back in the early 80s. It started back in the early 80s, you know. And now, every time one comes on the news, it it has the word pit. Pit bull mauls a child. Never mind that, it was a old white English bulldog, mixed with a lab that would throw you a pit bull type, conformation type, look type, and even way more aggressive type dog. But to the public, you never know. The public don't know. So now here's your yard, a pretty, well-mannered game dog, that never bit your kids, never bit your grandkids. Your wife comes out and feeds them, you know. Hams of the line head, what's up, bro? Your wife comes out and feeds them, you know. Now your yard is in jeopardy. Your yard is in jeopardy, you know, because of a family of dogs that's owned by, uh, ignorant people. Ignorant people are not just not knowing, you know. Everybody don't run to the pet shop and buy an anaconda or go to the pet shop and buy a snake. Everybody don't. Only those who might go buy a snake may be one who's responsible and who know how to handle a snake. I'm not gonna go get now. You already see what happened with some people couldn't do it. They end up letting them go down the toilet stool or turning them loose in the Everglades. Now look what we got down there. Everything is interconnected, man. You just got to think of what people do, man. When they get stuff they can't even handle it and they ain't got no business with it. Say now and then it says, if a pit bull gets off the chain, he goes right to the dog chain next to him. Okay. Say if a pit bull, now we talking about a game dog now. If a pit bull gets off the chain, okay, and he goes right to the dog chain next to him, may it be his mother, father, brother, or sister, and the fight is on. It beats the hell out of mauling or killing a child. Pit bulls that bite don't bite other dogs, they bite other people. They don't bite other dogs, they bite other people. And then, hey, like I say, man, y'all running around, everybody, it's a proven fact. And I've showed it to you. I've explained it to you. I told you. that it, for every good dog that Champion Zeus produced, he produced 3 man biters. And I told you, and it's a fact. But those of y'all that got some of the stuff, you know them dogs. You know you can't trust them dogs. You know you can't turn your back on them dogs. But when Pro said something about it, all of a sudden somebody screamed and had a problem with it. But it's the truth. It's the truth. It's the God-given truth. You allow this stuff to remain on your yard. You allow it. I don't care how good it is. I don't care how good it is. A man biter, I don't care how good it is a thin line between a man biter and a mutt. A man biter and a mutt. There's a thin line between it. And if you breeding one, you're wrong. You're wrong. Where I'm from, who you talking to, Bobby? Where I'm from, brother? Well, I'm from Florida. I'm from Florida, the Sunshine State. I'm from Florida, vacation capital. Yeah, the number one vacation destination in the world, Florida. Or any country you can go to, any state, any city you can go to, just come to Florida. Just get to Florida. You there. Good morning, Lee Willie. Oh man, I was just going over a few quotables from the great Robert Lim, you know, on some of his sentiments that he shared pertaining to the dogs. You say Florida is the home of the most imports? Well, let me see. We got Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Jackson, Jacksonville, Tampa. What else? Panama City, Destin, uh, Naples, Pompano. I'm just naming all the port cities. These are port cities that I'm naming in Florida. Anywhere there's a port city, there's going to be good dogs. There's going to be good dogs. Yeah, you know. Uh, John Kobe. John Kobe lived in a port city. He lived in Boston. He lived in a port city. And look what he came up with. Yeah, you know. But that's it, man. This is what I do. You know, this is what I do. And I'm hated for it. I'm hated. I'm hated for telling you good stuff. I'm hated for telling you good stuff. Hey, if a piece of shit ass dog man happen to get skull drugged in the process, it's real bad. See, this is what happens when you're dealing with the public image, right? You're dealing with the public image. Okay. Um, okay, Hamza Lionhead or Brandon Blue. Okay. Guess what? We always known you to be stand-up men all our life. Guess what? You can't tell Lee Willie nothing wrong about Hamza the Lionhead, because in our eyes, Hamza can do no wrong. Not you either, Brandon. You see, you can do no wrong in our eyes. And this been going on for 25, 30 years. You can do no wrong. You can do no wrong in our eyes, you know, until, all of a sudden we find out that, you did some, real slimy, man. You did something real slimy and it had an effect on the dog. And then, people start talking about it. Now, you know, the public, whatever perception they have of you, it may not change, but guess what? At least they got their heads up, to catch it. To catch it, man. To catch it. You are so apt to be done wrong with these dogs. You know, somebody told me like, bro, try to hold me responsible. Try to hold me responsible for my chat. Hold me responsible for my chat. Hmm. Hold me responsible for my chat. If y'all say something negative, y'all say something wrong, y'all say something crazy, I get held responsible for it. I got to take the blunt force object to the head for it. I ain't responsible for the shit y'all say. I ain't responsible for nothing that y'all do. How about that? Yeah. Get a rant and rave and complain and cry and boo hoo, kick, pull your G strings up into your booty and everything. I don't care. You can cry and scream all you want, but no, man, it ain't like that, man. It ain't like that. Not with me. Yeah, y'all don't owe no explanation. You're the chat. You already know when you come in there. It tell you to respect community guidelines. You know, I haven't got red flagged. I haven't got striked for nothing. You know, so this is my chat. This is my chat. You know, and y'all rocking over here with me. Y'all say anything y'all want. This within reason and this respectful. You know, y'all know how to conduct yourselves. So evidently, somebody in the chat been saying something that's really, really, really got me. They want me now. They want me to be the Oliver North, to be the fall guy for something that the chat is saying. Man, look, y'all got my permission to talk about anything y'all want to talk about, say anything y'all want to say, man. Y'all got that permission from me. So he said, so I wrote a letter to Sports Illustrated. Okay. They wrote me and thanked me for my opinion, but didn't publish my letter like they did some of the pet bull owners' letters. All the pet bull owners said that pit bulls make good pets. These pet owners of bull terriers are too egotistical and stupid to keep a pet bulldog on a chain so they can't hurt someone. You know, the whole time, when all this stuff broke out, this is like Lee Willie, you writing Time magazine, letting them know, say, hey man, these dogs are not what y'all say they are. Look, here's history of these dogs. These are some, yeah, but they don't publish your story. Instead, they publish John Doe's story, telling them how great and wonderful pit bulls are and what nice pets they made. And he don't keep none of his dogs on a chain, and his dogs end up, hey, you never know. As an amateur, or just somebody that wants a pit bull, and you don't even have the understanding to say, hey, maybe this dog might turn on one day. He's not the cuddly little puppy that you bought, from the pet shop, or he's not the cuddly little puppy that you bought from one of these peddlers. See, they're one of these peddlers. You know, nobody likes to be labeled a peddler. 1 second. Hey, hey, hello, hey. Yeah, man. Let me do this here real quick. Real quick. Huh? Hey, what's up, fat boy? Okay. Now. Mm-hmm. Uh, okay, I sent it to her. Okay. Hey, Perry. 15 likes, 33 people. Bobby Tat, Bobby Tat, I wonder how good your English is, bro. Wonder how good your English is. Yeah, because I'd actually like to sit down and actually talk to you. I would actually like to sit down and talk to you, brother. What's that? Huh? You gonna put them on? Come in. Yeah. Say hey, y'all. Going to the beach with me today. Yeah, man. Think about it, man. It'll be much easier. It'll be much easier for a person to be themselves instead of trying to be pro. But it's good to know that I'm still on a lot of minds and a lot of hearts. Because I know I was so good at math. I did learn the first thing I learned in algebra was that two negatives make a positive. Two negatives make a positive. All right, buddy. Most definitely. Get back to where I was. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all. I got up. I actually got up 7 o'clock. No, 6:30. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do my morning. Do me a morning chat, man. About 7:30. But I say, no, don't do that yet, bro. Go and get the laptop. I picked up the laptop when I hit it on. Instead of me like talking about scheduling an update, I went on and did it, and it took 10:40. How long I've been on? 43 minutes. Took almost 3 hours just for my computer to update and get Windows 11 installed in. And I'm good right now. I'm good right now. Now I can go ahead and proceed and pulling up get my StreamYard back on there because I wasn't gonna have it on here and just losing money paying for nothing. And my computer keeps shutting down on me like that. And really it was just all on me. I just kept ignoring the update. Still running on a Windows 10 engine. You can't do that. What was I at? I was so brutally interrupted. My shoes. What'd you do with your shoes? You put them in your go upstairs. Look, see if you put them in the room. Yeah, he said so matter of fact, okay. Which one was that? Okay, not that one. Where are you going? We're not going to the beach right now. Nope. You be back. Okay. Actually, guy had a real regimen, man. Real regimen for dogs. A real regimen. just for you know, hold up, where was I at? He did a lot of scribbling right there. Before I get into that, before I get into that, one second. Oh, Darren Robinson, man, look, I thank you. I thank you for that. I thank you for that jewel of advice that you gave me last night. Not yet. Not yet. When I get done doing this, I'll take care of all that for you. Yeah, Derek. Thank you, man. I appreciated that. I appreciated that piece of advice. Man, now, as many of us, some of us has some of us was like some of us like, from the historical aspect of the game dog, okay, from the historical aspect, okay, a lot of us have us actually really dug and did research and just looked and compared, the generations of dogs all the way up to today's dog. A lot of them done that. But a lot of guys, a lot of men, a few women too, simply just like, man, we ain't worried about no history. I ain't worried about what went on back in the 40s. I'm not worried about what went on in the 60s. We in 2022. Hmm, damn. Okay. Let me try to make sense out of this. You're not worried about what happened in 1904 as far as breeding the dogs, actually coming into their own, you know, as a breed. The development and the evolution of this breed, you had showed no interest of it. Your interest only goes as far as the most current dog or any dog that you can personally see. And that's sad. That's very sad. But not downing it, not downing it. You go read the Holy Quran, which is us, which is 1,600 years old. You go read the Holy Bible on a daily basis, and we pray on it, which is over 2,000 years old. But guess what? Everything that's in both of those holy books are very relevant of what's going on today, what's going on tomorrow, what's going to be going on 150 years from now. Very relevant. So you can't debunk or you can't disperse the history of this breed of dogs. You can't. You have to understand the history. You see, I can say this as an African American dog man. Okay. And I can speak for many of us. You know, some of us, we're not really concerned about no history of no damn dog because hell, a lot of us ain't even concerned about the history of ourselves. You know, trying to get the true knowledge of who we actually are as a people. We don't care. You know, we don't care. Well, well, blacks. Yeah, you're right. I'm not African American. You us Black Americans. You know, we don't work. We're not even gonna look into our own history. Some of us won't even go into our own family trees, let alone. But we'll dive into a pedigree in a minute. You know, I don't expect too much. I know we're indigenous. Yeah, we are indigenous. You're right. So so he said, it's like history as he knows it. What is that? Come here, bring it here. There's something in there. Hey, look, what y'all want? Hey, oh, you cook y'all something? What y'all want? Pancakes and eggs. Y'all want pancakes and eggs? You want pancakes and eggs, fat boy? You ain't eat no damn macaroni. 10 o'clock in the morning. Uh, he gave a nice analogy from his point of view, and a man like me can respect it, especially from the historical aspect, because usually, anything dealing with the dogs, whether you're dealing with the one individual dog, whether you're dealing with the history of an individual dog, you're dealing with the pedigree of a certain family of dogs, and then you come together and you share your ideas with mine. And if my ideas coincide with yours, I be like, damn, you may be onto something. So what we do, we know that truth kisses truth. Truth kisses truth, and truth also rejects falsehood at the same time. So I kind of felt real connected to, this guy. When he said it, he say, the history of the American Pit Bull Terrier isn't known to everyone. Okay, before this dog became an American Pit Bull Terrier, it came from England to the New England states. When the colonies were being formed, they were also brought from France to the Louisiana Purchase. If anybody understands those basic civics and history in school, we always learned about the Louisiana Purchase. When King Louis XIV, came and put his bid in, while Queen Elizabeth and everybody else were putting their bid in on everything. Well, the dogs came along with them, and they landed in Louisiana. So Louisiana always had dogs, you know. So all the dogs were used to fight in the pit or for hunting, and everyone knew it. Everyone knew it because it was the only dog that had to be chained to chained the entire, chained its entire life out of necessity, or it would kill other dogs or other farm animals, you know. So the early settlers that had these game dogs, okay, early settlers, 9 times out of, they didn't have any of these dogs running around out in no damn backyard or out just running around the house. They didn't because they knew what these dogs came over here to do. They knew what they were doing with these dogs before they even came over here, and they kept it like that. So it says the English and Frenchmen, okay, the English and Frenchmen got the bulldog from Spain. See, you know, we back to the Spaniards again. Got to thank them. When you keep going back into the history, you got to thank these Spaniards. Got to thank them. That's why they the ones with the dogs now. They still got them. They still got them. It's like- there was a let me show you. It says English and Frenchmen got the bulldog from Spain. The Spaniards bred a dog that would lock onto the Spanish fighting bull's nose in the mountains. Okay. The bulldogs that didn't attach to the bull's nose correctly were usually killed by the bull or a natural process of culling. Okay. The process of elimination by death caused this breed of dog to perform its job with fierceness, courage, and with a heart that is subsequently dead game. Now, we're dealing with the evolution, the making of a game dog, the making of a game dog. What what better field to put one in than to put him on a 2,500-pound bull that will kill you if you don't kill it. And all the ones that got slung up there in the rafters that didn't make it back, guess what? They belonged there. They wasn't even worthy to be bred. But all the dogs that made any type of titles on that bull on a continuous basis, they bred those dogs. And they seen the traits in those dogs. And they started developing those dogs. Spaniels. See, I give them credit for that. That element of the sport. I give them that much credit for it, you know. And then it says, okay, after 200 years, okay, 200 years, maybe 204, 205 years of selective breeding, okay. No. Of selective breeding, this breed of dog will fight each other for dominance after 200 years. There is no darkness. After 200 years of selective breeding, this breed of dog will fight each other for dominance. Okay, males would even fight females, but never in the history of the bulldogs did this dog kill anyone. In the past 10 years, okay, only in the past 10 years, people have been killed. See, this is what they're saying. Okay, listen. Okay, well, you can call it fake history if you want. You can call it fake history if you want, but this one thing that we all can agree on. You know, the original pit dog, the original pit dog, nobody got, if they were here today, you could ask Mr. Leo, ask Mr. Kobe, ask Mr. Lightning, ask Mr. Henfield, ask Mad, okay? Uh ice Fat Bill, ice any of these great breeders, ice James Crenshaw, you know what I'm saying? Ice Joni Winchester, ice any of these people, ice Dramacide, ask anybody, you know what I'm saying? Ask any of these people. Had they ever had an issue of any of their dogs leaving the yard, mauling a kid? Just, yeah, just getting loose, just, yeah, no. That's not, that ain't the history of the game, dog. But they done incorporated the history of the pet bull into the history of the pit bull. And you got the pit bulls messed up. Got the, okay, well, maybe that's one that look, Willie, that's one that just got away. That's one that slipped through the cracks. That's one that slipped through the cracks. But see, now, this what I ask you. This what I ask you. If you went so extensive to pull that up about Kobe, show me that dog in a pedigree and name the dog. Yeah, I ain't gonna take that chance. Hell no, don't take the chance. Show me the pedigree and name the dog. I bet you he ain't in no pedigrees. I bet you he ain't no pedigree. I know Mr. Kobe's standards was much higher than that. Much higher than that. Feeding more than $100 at a time. His standard was much higher than that. Yeah. I mean, hey, you know, if you want to tolerate a game dog that'll eat a person up and go out there and think you can win a few dollars with him, hey, do it. I'm not telling you to do it, but if you feel, you know, like, you know, why should I have to call this man biter? I just won 2 shows with him. Yeah. Said eventually he's gonna quit on you. He's gonna quit on you. It's a proven fact. It's a proven fact. Psychologically, once a dog switch over to a human and will bite a human, he's gonna be way more aggressive on another human than he is on another dog. That's fact. That's fact. Well, anyway, like you say, this is history as he knows it, we leave with it. As he knows it, you know. Not as I know it, as he knows it, you know. So you can call it fake, or you may not agree with some of the things that he's saying. You would have every right not to, you know. But I'm gonna see if this fake too. Since we on fakeness, we're gonna keep reading some more fake stuff. Uh, When the American Kennel Club, the AKC, refused to register the American Pit Bull Terrier, okay, because a dog was used to fight the pit, the United Kennel Club, you know, we know that. They all came along. They saw the way of making a lot of money. See, that's the only way we got in with the dogs. That's the only way we got in with the dogs. You got to remember when I said this here. I said this right here a long time ago. I said it in Facebook posts, and I said it in a few of my lives. I said, F the AKC, F the UKC, uh, F the ADBA, and any other dog registry with an acronym behind it. F them. F them. Why? Because it's all about the money. They seen it quick. That's the only way you. Other than that, there. If it wasn't for the UKC stepping in and be like, hell yeah, man, we can make a lot of money off it. AKC won't recognize them. Hell yeah, we'll recognize it. We just put parentheses around pit. Yeah, we'll recognize it. Yeah, right. We'll recognize it, and we're gonna get paid. That's what happened. That's what happened. He got into the door. If it wasn't for that there, what would we do? We'd still be running around with our own registers and finding ways to finding our dogs recognized, you know, and accepted. You know, you not these dogs will never be accepted just for the fact of the nature of what they do. Just for the fact of the nature of what they do. They will never be accepted. So and then it like, yeah, so he say the United Kennel Club saw a way of making a lot of money from the registration of the breed. They couldn't register the American Pit Bull Terrier as Pit Bull because there isn't any such breed. Okay? So the United Kennel Club put the word pit in parentheses, and now everyone who thinks he owns an American Pit Bull Terrier, in fact, doesn't. Now, how fake can that be? Everybody that say they own a Pit Bull Terrier don't. It's not a Pit Bull. It is not a Pit Bull. Guess what? It may be line bred Jeep, it may be line bred Tab, but it's not a Pit Bull. There's a thin line between pit and pet, you know, and that's all he was getting at, you know. That's all he was getting at. He said pet owners have been the death of all the great herding dogs. This fake too. We're gonna deal with fakeness today. This fake too. The pet owners have been the death of all the great herding dogs, tracking dogs, and catch dogs. Just look at what pet owners have done to the pit dog of the American Bull Terriers. See, it's the pet owner. The pet owners. It's the pet owner down the street with the border collie. Won't even know what to do if you put him out there in the field for the sheep. See, it's the pet owner down the street with the Doberman. You know, yes. That doesn't even don't have no clue of his line of work of which he is bred for. Yeah, just throw the American Pet Bull Terrier right on there, right there with him. The American Pet Bull, not Pit Bull Terrier. Just throw that right off in there as a whole. As a whole. And how many of you have stumbled up on a potentially great dog and you bought it from a person that had a real good dog and the dog messed around and turned on and probably killed one of his cats, killed another one of his dogs. Oh, it was still on from, okay, just sit. Yeah, no, don't sit it right there, sit it on the stove. That's okay. Got your banana? Okay. God damn it. I know I'm talking about dogs. Hmm? No, thank you. Yeah, bring me one. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. There, you, the game dog, all this stuff. Listen, this sounds funny, it sounds strange. The pit bull will get acceptance before the game dog does. Pit bull will get acceptance. Why? The, most of the population owns pit bulls as pets. Just keep it honest. Most populations keep pit bulls as pets. And then some dog man is moonlighting, it's game dog man, but really they got a yard full of pets. Unverified pets, unchecked pets, unlooked at pets, just good looking dogs on the yard. Never have any idea of any potential of anything, they don't tell me no lie talking about you breed for traits and then you got a yard full of unscarred dogs. How? Well, if if you really actually listen and understood what I'm talking about the game dog the whole time. I'm talking about the game dog the whole time. Yeah. Look, if you got a pit bull in your yard, if you got pits on your yard, pits on your pit dogs on your yard, pit bulldogs on your yard, American Pit Bull Terriers, APBTs, on your yard, okay? Uh, and you ain't doing nothing with them, they're no different than a mixed breed. They're no different than a mixed breed. You don't take a blue chip high school basketball player and start sending him to soccer practice. You don't take him away from what he loves. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You know? Yeah. You don't do that. You don't take a dog out of its natural element of what it's meant to do. You don't. You don't. You can't take it out. But many people have. Many people have. And then advertising they dogs and studs and everything. Then when you go breed to it, you get a pup off it, and it ain't what it is. But guess what? The paperwork says mean. Yeah. The pedigree tell you any dog mean. You read the pedigree, it tell you a dog mean. Yeah, tell you he's extremely mean. But that don't mean nothing about the individual dog. You know, for you to get any type of genetic foresight through a piece of paper, it still fall back on the dog. I listen. You know what? I bet you're wrong. An athlete is an athlete, but they still find their niche. I bet you're wrong. I bet you're wrong. Because you know what you just told me, underlining, and what a lot of people didn't hear? If I got a dog and he was bred down off a family of athletes, most naturally he gonna be an athlete. That's bullshit. Because all athletes throw duds. How many duds Jeep threw? The number one rom dog in the world. How many duds did he throw? Answer that if you're truthful. Great day, Miss Tina. How you doing today? I seen your comments on that one video. I didn't get a chance to answer them. I seen you commented that. You always comment on my videos. I appreciate that. But yeah. Matter of fact, yeah. If you got a yard full of dogs and they ain't being used for what they supposed to be, they ain't no different than any other mixed breed dog. They ain't. They ain't no different. You know why? I don't know what they'll do. You don't know what they'll do. Your buddies down the street don't know what they'll do. All they know, all they can do is call trying a mirror and say, yeah, oh yeah, he got about 15 or 20 down there. He got some dogs on his yard. That's all they can tell you. When you ask them, hey, damn man, what kind of traits and what kind of stuff, man, I don't know, man. I ain't never seen nothing that he got. Okay, but still, no, Derek, no, 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 no. Well, I can say yes and no. I'm not even gonna completely debunk that statement you said. I can say yes and no. I can. I can say yes and no. If you talking about that one athlete, that gift, that one athlete out of a litter of 8, that that one athlete out of a litter of 5, that means 4 of his siblings didn't make the grade. Wasn't even worth feeding. You just got that one athlete. Mhm. Now, you there's no question about it, because hell, through trial and error, check this out. You did find out that he is indeed an athlete. Now, you got that out the way. You got the hard part out the way. Finding out that he's most definitely is an athlete. What's the next part? Going out to prove on somebody else that, hey, I don't believe that your dog is an athlete. I think my athlete is better. That's the second part. Boom. Now that being said and that being done, you still only scratch the surface. Now, you don't went out there and prove yourself maybe 1 or 2 times as being that athlete that you're talking about. Now, let's see if I can produce the same. Line that shit up. Line them bitches up. See if I can produce the same. See if I just wasn't a freak of nature. Whoever Big Mike was, he was a hell of an athlete. Why didn't you just say Bo Jackson or Deion Sanders? Yeah, I don't. Maybe they would probably relate to that. What you're saying, yeah, Big Mike. Is anything behind them an athlete? Because if not, the odds of them. Come on, please. I wish you could retype this. You couldn't. I couldn't have said it more eloquently, Tina. I couldn't have said it more eloquently. I know I'm right. You are right. Hold up. Go. I can't give you. Hold up, buddy. Wait, I'm gonna give you some juice in a second. Give me a second. I want to see what this is saying real quick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He say they find a niche, but still got the gift. The gift of a box dog is only, but you ain't gonna find too many freaks like that, man, that went out there and produced good dogs and they lasted. I got the magazine to attest to it. I can go in there and find $200 that y'all can't get nothing down off, and they registered champions in the journal. Champion, made champion, champion, grand champion dog. You ain't gonna find in out of damn pedigree today. Oh, what bloodline I like? What bloodline I like? Oh, be honest with you, it's really hard. It's really hard. It's really hard to tell right now what the one I like, particularly like, because I like the one that I have the potential of making. But if I'm gonna like one, I like the Jeep Rascal stuff. I like the Jeep Rascal stuff when bred into other families. See, just take that one family, the Jeep Rascal family, and you can carry that to any other family you want and get bulldogs. You believe me when I tell you that? I like that. It's proven. Yeah, man. Yeah, he died in prison. What he went to prison for, I don't know. That's beyond my understanding. You know, playing with it. He been playing with it. Oh, I give you something, you better eat it. You heard me? I gave you that damn popsicle last night. What'd you do with it? You gave it back to me. Didn't even eat it. Ate half of it. Didn't even want it. No, you didn't. I can go get it at the freezer and give it to you right now. Now, why you lie? Yeah, it look good. Oh man, you know what? We talked about that the other day, man. Do the Eli Carver dog give you the best combo? I'm gonna have to say yes. I'm gonna have to say yes. I'm gonna have to say yes. See, because if you get the right Eli Carver dog, family of dogs, if you breed into the right Eli family Carver dog, or if you happen to be blessed to get one, you getting the dog. You getting a dog that's gonna do its desired task for real. Some good dogs, good solid Eli Carver dog. They're total package dogs. They're total package dogs. It just depends on the family. You just can't say Eli Carver as a whole. Let me just say some Eli Carver dog or some families. Some families. You know, you got your pros and cons, but the pros and cons don't come with the dogs. They come with the people breeding them and don't know what the hell they doing. You know, you get a bad rap on a dog. You get a bad rap on a blood. You get turned away from certain blood because you didn't like the way a certain dog performed. No, man, don't penalize the individual dog. First, penalize the conditioner and the handler and the owner for even bringing some trash like that to the box. Talking about it's good and worthy to be bred or worthy to be shown. Nah, don't attack the dog. It had nothing to do with the dog. You got to attack the person that sat up at his kitchen table and drew the blueprint on the making that dog. What was he doing? What was you thinking? What was you thinking? You know, it's we get the dogs a bad rap. We get the dogs a bad rap. It's the people with the dog. People with the dog. I understand. I understand the. I understand just the basic blueprint that many of the greats have spoken on. The great blueprint. I understand the 3-in-1-out process. I understand it, but with that understanding, you just don't do that 3-in-1-out just to bulldog. You do it to proven dogs. Proven dog. God damn it. Every time you stick 1-to-1, you make sure she proven and he proven. 3-in-1-out. On a continuous cycle. 3-in-1-out. Cross back into the family. 3-in-1-out. Cross back into the family. You got to learn how to make your dogs, man. I feel sorry for you if you don't. I feel sorry for you if you don't. You know, and then it's like somebody like, bro, man, look, man, the way you be talking about certain dog, man, and certain dog, man, they ain't gonna never let you in. Look, I'm not trying to go to jail. I'm not trying to get in. I'm not trying to get in no circles at all. No circles. Stay away from circles. A circle don't do but one thing. Guess what it does? It leads you in a continuous motion, going from point A to point B. You're just running in circles. This is why when they bust a dog, they don't say a dog fighting organization. They say a dog fighting ring. Too much trouble come in rings. Too much trouble come in rings. Whether it be a wedding ring or a dog ring, it don't matter. Too much trouble come in rings. Yeah, I'm not interested in any rings. Joining any rings. No. I believe in going from point A to point B, and the quickest way to a destination is moving in a straight line, not going in no circle. Moving in a straight line. You know, meet some good people along the way. Guess what? And some people you got to curve and let them just fall to the wayside with everybody else. Oh boy, man. What type of bone structure do you look for in a dog? Do you prefer a head or a chest or even a stifle dog? Um, that has nothing to do with bone structure. That has nothing to do with bone structure. I look for the lean, tall, athletic dog more or less than the short, bulky, muscular game, bulldogish type. I tall, lean front legs, you know, long neck, nice barrel chest, you know, everything that you can look at a dog, man. A real dog, man, gonna look at a dog anyway. First, he gonna look a dog up and down. He gonna see if this dog even fit to even, physically do what he need to do. You gonna give him a once over. Look at it. Yeah. But hey, you ain't think that one dog Mike Jones had, he was talking about all the time, had a broke foot. Oh, excellent dog, bad dog, but he had a broke foot, man. Nobody wanted to take a chance on that dog. No, because he didn't have all the physical attributes to do the desired task, regardless of how he was bred. Oh, yeah, Dion. But I understand what you're saying though, bro, about Big Mike. About an athlete, about an athlete. Yeah. I'm gonna try to make sense out of what you just said a little bit. You said, but my original statement, those champions were the athletes. Hell, pro, if everybody threw athletes in every family, every offspring, the pros would be the pros. It'd be just like Little League. Quit trying to minimize, quit trying to minimize the game dogs. Quit trying to minimize game dogs. You heard me say, listen, Mayday, G, Nico Jr., Tombstone, Bolio, Honey Bunch, Molly B, Shady Lady, all of them through duds, some of them through mutts, strength rank curves. They threw that in the midst of a couple of grand champions and champions that they got, right? Give me that. Give me that. See? Yeah. Um, yeah. All of them through duds. All of them through duds. And guess what? I showed you before the 56 people in the chat. You see, this is why every time I be kind of reluctant about saying things because a lot of y'all ain't even mentally capable of accepting and taking the stuff that I be saying. That's why when I just sat here, I just sat here. I sat here for almost 2 hours and 45 minutes one day, going through the really over mating list, which y'all call wrong. I went through the really over mating list, dog for dog, individual dog, individual dog, individual dog, individual dog, through a high percentage of curves. Them dogs through a high percentage of curves, a high percentage of quitters, Mayday, Deep, Frisco, a super high percentage of curves compared to the accomplished champion dogs that they produce. I showed that to you. So you know I'm not wrong. And they get pissed off because I showed them that. And many of them knew that, but they just kept turned the blind eye to it. Turn the blind eye to it. You know how I be like, man, everybody, they grow up, man. And then, in some families, you got the uncle, man, that always used to mess with the nieces, but the family always just kept it to themselves and turned the blind eye to it and ignored it, until the wrong person got it, and then it blowed it up to the public world. Now it became a big issue. Same thing with the damn dog. Turn the blind eye to stuff like that. And I did that purposely to show you the numbers. All fluff, all fluff, all fluff, all fluff. You know, so you running up the breed to the next best thing. Don't think that you're gonna be the one to get it. Get what don't. It ain't gonna work for all y'all. It ain't gonna work for all y'all. It ain't gonna work for all y'all. As bad as Leonidas was, and the essence producer he is, he threw his fair share of mutts too. Yeah. They don't tell you about that. They don't be honest with you. They're not honest. Nobody wants to be dishonest about it. Nobody wants to be honest about any bad traits or any bad element pertaining to their dog, especially if you're sitting back talking about it being an investment and you talking about making any type of money off of it. Derek, yeah, yeah, yeah. See, in the mind, I don't know. I know in my mind, yeah, we're going to the beast big. In my mind, you know, a champion on paper don't mean nothing to me. A champion on paper don't mean nothing to me. A grand champion on the paper don't mean nothing to me. No, I'm not going with you. Don't mean nothing. Absolutely nothing. If you want to look at it as a what you call it, a mantle or a side piece, get something to look pretty, cool. Don't mean nothing to me. Don't mean nothing to me. Because if it's your aim, if you're, like I say all the time, a lot of us, our aim with the dogs is aiming at the wrong things. Before I say this, it's only 28 likes, so I know there's a lot of people mad at me, but that's okay. I ain't gonna be here long anyway, not with 28 likes. But damn, what I get ready to say before I got it. It's gonna come to me in a second. But these dogs ain't complicated. Yeah, me in my mind, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about no titles that you showing me in the pedigree. Titles, I don't care about that. I want to deal with this one individual dog right here. I want to deal with this wrong individual dog. You know the feeling. Anybody ever get caught with a fake ID? The feeling that you get, yeah. The feeling that you get, the same feeling that you get with a dog with with a fake genealogy, same thing. You get that same feeling once you find out you've been had. So just to kill all that, there, don't worry about the genealogy. Start dealing with the individual dog from here on out. Judge him on his own basis. Judge him on his own basis and on your own merits of the standard system that you have set up. Once you have your standard system set up, I wouldn't give a damn if chosen few sent you 2 or 3 down here talking about breed them. You shitting me, you better not stick man one of them until you check every last one of them. I wouldn't care if Mad sent you anything. I wouldn't care if any of the top kennels. I wouldn't care if Black Rock sent you said man right now. Puppies, 8-week-old puppies. Hey, Russell Shaw, here you said man right here, puppies right here, Black Rock puppies. Breed them to anything you got. You'll be a damn fool. You do. You'll be a damn fool if you do. Not without checking and see. You got to see. You got to see. You got to see. We giving the people who breed the dogs the pass, but we giving them the pass, and the dogs we end up suffering along with the dogs behind it. Oh man, you know how many stories I heard, man, about this grown-up dog, man. It was a couple called me about a month ago. They went to Duval County to pick up some dogs. You know, one is happy with what he got, one ain't. One saying the paperwork ain't. I don't know. I mean, I can only talk. I can only talk for so long and try to reiterate everything I'm trying to educate you on when it comes to being smart, you know, with your dogs or how how you breed or raise your dog. Been around this shit too goddamn long, man. Somebody told me, say, hey, you got a nerve pro to be talking about all these high priced dogs when you never bought now. Duh. I ain't. I ain't. I ain't. That's where my relationship with your end right there. I ain't getting nobody $1,500, $2,000, no goddamn dog. Hell no. Why? Why? When I honestly feel like I can do what they doing myself, I can make my own. I can make my own. Make my own. Make my own. Sit back and chill, do my podcast, man. Rock out with the fam and everything. Make my own and mind my own business. You know, both me and G. Both me and G. Matter of fact, let's see what you got going on real quick. I said I was gonna call J-Bo when I got my computer back up, but me and J-Bo will talk later. What's up, man? Doing my live morning show, man. I just thought I'd call you, man, and pull up on you, man. See what's going on with you, man. Say what now? What's up? Yeah. Yeah. Can't let them do that. She ain't even start bleeding or none of that yet. So you got to be vigilant with both of them. Keep him away from both of them, cause yeah. You don't want them to mess around and get stuck. But she ain't in heat. She ain't in heat. But he been trying to dry hump her for like the last month and a half like that. Yeah, dry hump. Dry hump. But like I say, shit, it just turned 8 months old, so they should be getting ready to come back around by the end of the month or the beginning of the next month. So just keep them separate. We don't want to get no. We don't need no puppies right now. Hey, hold up. Call me on the phone because I can't hear you on this. Hold up. Yeah, man. Y'all popping popcorn? Believe it, Hamza. That's right, man. For real. See what I'm talking about on Russell Shaw? Damn, man. What the hell? You see, it shouldn't take long for a phone to ring. It's just my service. See, that's why a lot of people can't call me. I hate that when they do that. And I have to restart my phone. Yeah, man, most definitely, man. I don't know, man. You talking about making a good working dog and just keeping it around the house. You see, this is the thing. These dogs right here, if you ain't working them, if you ain't outside exercising, working them, ain't but two places for them. Ain't but two places for them. On that goddamn chain, or in that box, that pen, cage, whatever you got them in. There's only two places for them when they're not being used for what they supposed to be used for. You got one running loose out there in the yard, you wrong, man. You got one running loose like out there in the yard while you ain't home, or one just sitting on, yeah. Nah, you wrong, bro. You ain't supposed to have no dog. I tell you that there. You ain't supposed to have no dog. You ain't. Ain't but two places for these dogs. On the chain, on the pen, or you working them. Or you working them. If he ain't doing nothing else, his ass better be on that chain, secure, and on that pen, secure in the pen. There's only two places for this breed of dog. There's only two places. There's only two places. Some of y'all may go against the grain and actually go into actually obedience training these dogs. Obedience training. You know, I don't know how that line goes, how thin that line is, but obedience training a game dog, hey, I've seen it done. I've seen it done, and I didn't like the results of it. Mhm. These dogs wasn't bred to be, they wasn't really, they're bred to be kind to their masters, kind to their human family. You know, if you want to say that is a term of obedience or a term of endearment, pick every which way you can, but these damn dogs wasn't bred to be obedient. They wasn't bred to be obedient. They wouldn't be bred to be obedient. Cause I talk to people every day. Everything they holler, he cussing the dog out. Man, that bit hard headed here. Okay, he was bred to be hard headed. But him being hard headed doesn't take away his level of intelligence. He just doing what he bred to do. He was bred to chew up shit, get in the shit, and if you get caught slipping and get in his chain spot, get on another dog. If another dog get off his chain and come to him, he gonna deal with it. If he get off his chain, he's not gonna run down the street and kill two cats and come back on the yard like ain't nothing happened. Nope, that's right. He gonna get off that chain and run to his uncle or run to his brother or run to his sister. If he's a real game dog. Yep. If he's a real game dog, man. Yeah, Tavares, yeah. Gville connection, man. Gville connection. Gville connection. And down went the great moon goon. That's all I got to say. You, I said that kind of like in a joking manner, but it actually did happen. And down went the great moon goon. Actually, Gville connection by moon goon. And I some by swag. uh, a good head dog is pretty hard to beat. Oh yeah, most definitely a good head dog, a real good head dog. Is definitely hard to beat. A head dog that's up dancing and at the same time. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you, a dog that's real a strain, a family of dogs, a family of dogs. If you're interested into a family dog, a good family of head dogs, head and just face dogs that will just get on your head and try to rearrange everything up there, and at the same time tuck, turn, twist, and stay out of trouble himself. Get you a good boys dog. Get you a good boys dog or Bodio dog. Well, Bodio comprises, what? 3/4 part of the boy's blood. So or bolio dog himself, good bolio dog. You're gonna get that. Gonna get that. A good head dog will discourage, one that ain't used to being there long. Ain't used to being there long. Quick 50-minute win, 45-minute win, 58-minute win. A good head dog. A good head dog make one make a dog quit. Make one quit. I ain't just say a head dog. I say a good head dog. See, a head dog is just gonna hold you out and just trying to survive and ride out the storm. A good head dog is gonna hold you out while he ride the storm and he biting the shit out your ass just like you trying to bite him. But he got a good one on you. He got a good one on you. Both your ears like this right here between his teeth, and they pinched up like this right here. He got you like this right here, and he steady back. Every time you drive into the chest, he backing up. Every time you push him into the corner, he put his feet on the back wall, and you end up. Come on, man. Good head dog. Yeah. Get you a good solid bulldog to live up to that family trait of getting on that face and head. That face and head. See, a good head dog is gonna control everything else. You ain't gonna how to put your teeth on a good head dog. You ain't gonna how to put your teeth on one like that. You may get you a little something, but you ain't gonna hold it long. Get you on the head. And even with dogs and humans alike, I tell you, that head go, that ass gonna follow. Too much head, boy. Too much head, boy. Too much head. Just think, man. Just think. 45, 50-minute contest, 2-hour contest, and you got off for the first 20 minutes on my head. Come on, man. How you think I'm gonna feel in another hour? That's right, Mike Jones, man. That's right. A big chunk of historic events are blown up. Animals and people made out. Yeah, for real. And then, like a lot of the black dog men. A lot of the black dog men. I'm not talking about today's dog men. I'm talking about a lot of the black dog men of the past. A lot of the black dog men of the past. Mainly, you could say that history shut them out to a certain extent. It wasn't just that, man. It just mainly, man, just some people just wanted to be left alone and just wanted to breed good dogs, wanted to be left alone. If history came and told a story, man, cool. But if it didn't, hey, man, I just sit back in the cut, man. Don't worry, and don't worry about the accolades. I come along, talk to a few of these guys, and everyone that I've spoken to, I'm still in contact with, and I talk to all the time. I talk to them guys, and I know there's more of them out there. There's more you guys out there, that that made a big contribution, to the game dog. We see it today. Made a big contribution, and never received, credit for it. Many that I reached out to, they were like, man, I really just don't want no credit, man. I just been low key like I always been, man. Out of respect, man, I want to keep it like that. But I sit here and tell you all day, but I ain't gonna tell them, you know. So Tina Love, you know a whole lot. You know a whole lot. And I don't know. I've been checking my email. I told you to email me. Told you to email me. Told you to email me. Well, DJ Red Dog, you know what? Before I was so brutally interrupted in with everything that I was trying to do as far as my mission was concerned, You know, I had to deal with the naysayers, deal with the haters. Everything's still on track. I haven't stumbled not one bit. I haven't stumbled not one bit. My subscriber base is still growing. You know, matter of fact, if it's your first time checking this video out, but then again, it may not be because I think I got this in subscribers only mode. Only the people that subscribe to me can actually see this video today. But when I post it, it will be able to everybody be able to see it. Yeah, most definitely gonna get back into it. Most definitely gonna get back into it. I just have to. Uh, I just have to go through my I have to go through my contacts again and reach out to a couple more people. Uh, get some of these a lot of these older guys, man, from the 70s, man, these older black guys from the 70s and maybe a few from the 60s. A lot of them, man, they just like, how could I say it? I mean, they just not afraid to come out and just talk and get their experience. A lot of them is just like, you know, yeah, man, that ain't important. Nah, I'm good. I'm cool. You know, so I know I can't force this upon nobody. But guess what? One thing about it, Pro got the ability to do it. Anybody I need to talk to. And then it was said that, hey man, yeah, Pro, you interviewing people and they don't know it. That's a bullshit. That's a lie. That's a goddamn lie. That's a goddamn lie. Many times y'all done heard many of my live streams, and boom, I mess around and answer the phone. Somebody pick up, say, hey man, you live? I say, yeah, I'm live. Boom, pick it up, boom. Yeah, anything. Or anybody that I talk to on the phone or this and that, or during the interview, and they call me back and say, hey man, I said something in 3814. That what time it was. Man, can you just take that out? Yeah, man, I ain't got time for all that. I just go delete the whole video. Just out of protection. If you said something wrong that may have incriminated you in any type of way, but I just went on and deleted the whole video. I never did no spy tech shit, sit back and recorded nobody, and they didn't know they were being recorded. I don't play that game. Yeah. I've never been hungry for no story. I've never been hungry for no interview. I turn down more interviews than I actually accept it because I just don't have the time. Put them belly and balls is pretty hard to beat too. Yeah. Yeah, but see, now I'm gonna say this here. Gut dogs. Oh, gut dogs, ass in dogs. And then just the straight, a dog can survive an ass in attack. Can. Some can even survive an attack on the nuts. They can. But you cannot continuously survive an attack in the chest. One hit you here, letting go here, turn loose here, letting go here, turn loose here, hit you the chest plate, let go here, focusing on the left side with that heart beating. Them the ones there. Them the ones. They know. See, if you want to disable somebody for going in your car, you want to do it real quick. No, you don't take the license plate off. No, they can still drive it. Pop that bitch off and go to the battery. Take the battery out. This was Zebo. This was Zebo. Once he get there, he ain't coming out. Cause he know where it at. He know where the heart at. He know where to stop you at. Once Zebo got there, once Boomerang got there, once Champion Body got there, you know what I'm saying? Once Shady Lady got there, you know what I'm saying? Once the Queen got there, you know what I'm saying? Once Molly B got there, yeah, right there. Once they got there, won't be long. Yeah. Simple as that. Yep. That is just something about this him. From him, from your head all the way to your chest, it's just something about those particular dogs. So those particular dogs. To wake up inside of your chest, receiving minimal damage because your face so buried up into the chest. You can't do nothing but try to catch my ear on the side of my face and try to pull me off. But I'm in there. I'm in there. You can have your ass in, dog. See, you have your ass in, dog. You can have them. You can have them. You damn sure better believe, know how to get one out of his chest. Get one out of his chest. When one just like seemed like a good chest dog. It seemed like the other dog is drawn to it like a magnet. He know how to get there. It don't take him long to get there. And when he get there, he there. He there. He there. See, the chest is one of the few parts on the body of a dog where when a dog get in there, when he closes his mouth, all his teeth are like this right here. When he closes his mouth, it's just sitting there in your chest. In your chest. And don't be a hunching up in it, or don't be a snatcher snatching back. Come on, man. You can have that ass in, dog. Keep him. You can have him. Take him to the bank with you. Take that bitch to the bank with you. Take it to the bank. I favor a chest dog over all dogs. I do. I favor them. A chest dog. If you want to let that chest go and then go hit you in the gut, fine and dandy. Fine and dandy. But a real killing athlete, a real murderous athlete. You go through the history of all the greatest pit dogs you've seen, you know, a lot of them went to the ass end. But most of them finish your ass up front. They finish you up front. Or they finish you up front early and they just went ahead on and just put the cherry on the top on your ass end, but up front. It's all up front, baby. All up front. Head, face, chest. Head, face, chest. If you can get off in there and be successful, it ain't gonna go long. It ain't gonna go long. It ain't gonna go real long. If you can get off in there and stay there. Matter of fact, switch from side to side. You know, all the armpit, all this here, man. All this considered chest. All this here. All this right here. You look at the anatomy of a dog. You look at the anatomy of a dog and see which way the major arteries and blood vessels run. Yeah. But like I say, man, yeah, that you're right. You're right. You're right. And it's almost like that, man. It's like playing the lottery now. It's like playing the lottery. Going out breeding to a badass stud, it's playing the lottery. You actually playing the lottery. You playing the lottery. Am I saying the stud bad? No. Am I saying he's genetically wrong or bad? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But look at the history books. Look at the history books. Look how many times they had to breed Jeep to make the world even look. You know what I'm talking about? Look how many times they had to breed Mayday to make the world even just turn around and say, oh, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. There's too many goddamn times, man. There's too many people didn't hit the lottery with these dogs. I had to ease up on the Mayday dog because I was going too hard on them, but I was telling the truth. You know, everybody loves to talk about their favorite dog, their favorite strains of dogs. Everybody love to talk about it. Yeah. But it'd be more interesting if you talk about the ones that you got. Yeah, I don't want to talk about what Mayday did. I don't want to talk about what Hunts did. I don't want to talk about what Barracuda did. I want to talk about what your Barracuda dogs are doing. I want to talk about what your Mayday dogs are doing. Are they doing anything of the same as what their aunts and uncles and grandfathers? A lot of people can't say that. A lot of people can't say that. Can I say, but hey, man, damn, yeah, they young right now, but hell, man, what about them awesome midnight dogs that y'all UNG got, bro? Oh, well, I mean, like I say, time will tell. Time will tell. I don't have anything to prove. I don't have anything to prove. Don't need no help. Do it by myself. Me and G. What's up? Yeah. Do it by myself. Yeah. See, I never understood why someone would follow a person just to try and discredit them. Makes no sense. If you ain't buying what's in selling, then stay out the store. Simple as that. Don't get mad at me because I don't want to walk in the store. Yeah. Don't get mad at me. Yeah, because I don't want to walk in your store. It may be something I seen that I don't like. You know, something maybe that I seen that I ain't like. You know, so I just decided to stay away. I don't want to go to Piggly Wiggly. I want to go to Winn-Dixie. So let me go to Winn-Dixie. I've been getting good 2-for-1 deals there. So let me hang out at Winn-Dixie. Don't get mad at me because I don't want to go to Piggly Wiggly. Yeah, yeah, you right, Derek. Yeah, you right. You right. That's why I started spending my time much more wisely. What the hell is going on here? 1,500, 2,000, good price for a prospect. You damn right, Mike Jones. Damn right, Mike Jones. Prospect. See, my Mike Jones. See, my analogy of a $2,000 prospect, a $1,500, $2,000 prospect is one that you personally skull drug. You personally skull drug, and then when you get ready to release him to me or to anybody else, you know for sure without a shadow of doubt that he can fend for himself. He can fend for himself. And guess what? You'll even come bed with me. But just out the fly on reading the pedigree and just going on your word, not your word, but on a person's word. Can't do that now, man. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. Listen, all of y'all got good dogs. I'm not talking down on none of your dogs, any of y'all dogs. I'm just speaking just in general of the breed and what's actually taking place and what's going on. You know, that just what's happening, man. You know, for real. Vintage dogs. Vintage dog. One time, man, Venice, like everybody was going to Venice, man, breeding the Venice, getting good dogs off Venice and stuff, but he had his share of duds that he produced and everything. But then everybody went to veering away from they kind of veered away from Venice, after hey, they looking at him, didn't like the way he looked. Oh man, look how his ears is on top of his head, man. He gotta be 3/4 staff, all kind of bullshit came out about Venice. Lying on the damn dog. But I do know for a fact though that now Jesse Raw had that dog. That dog did go sterile. He did go sterile. Yeah, he did go sterile. He did go sterile. And guess what? During his sterility, Benji's pups was flying off the shelf. Benji's pups, I don't understand. They flying off the shelf. I mean, so hell, they got away with it. They got away with it. Mike Joe said, I just had a jip look that her got offered $2,500. She looked good. Looked at her again, offered 5,000. Looked great. Looked at her again. She pulled up and didn't. She pulled up, didn't like running high. You have to check your stock. Come on, man. Damn, man. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. Please, God, bro. Thanks, man. Thanks. Thanks. Thanks, man. Man, just think if you'd have jumped on that first 2,500 or the 5,000 to somebody like me or anybody else in the chat. What if Steven Jackson would have gave you the $5,000 for it? And would have pulled up because it didn't like running hot. $5,000 burn. Money burnt. Money burnt. Money burnt. Oh, $5,000. Okay, well, that's when that's when um that's when Tina Jackson come along. Okay. That's when Tina Jackson get along. And take that same dog, the same female, and start stress conditioning her, building her heart rate up. Building her heart rate up. Get her used to running hot. Get her used to, putting her through, stressful, conditions on the meal and whatever, raising her heart rate up. And Tina get the dog and go out and win 4 with her. Just think about that. Was it a genetic snafu that caused this dog to pull up because it didn't like getting hot? Or was it because, you just did her like, off the chain, and she wasn't in no real serious good shape. And, she just ran high to pull it up on you. Just think about it. What you talking about? What can bite? Mine off Geronimo to Jesse Rod's Max. No, see, Steven Jackson already know. He know. He know. See, he know. This ain't no vintage to my stock. Ain't no vintage to my stock. Maybe word had maybe word had got to him. Maybe word had got to him the vintage lost. And they paid everybody, they ain't paid everybody, but everybody agreed at the match not to say nothing. Not to even record it or nothing. Don't even say nothing. I don't know. Maybe you knew that. Yeah. Another one of them sits to a side deals. Here we go. Yeah. But he did produce dogs. He did produce good dogs. He did produce good dogs. No, I ain't putting nobody no time out. I let my moderators do that. My moderators, they handle that, man. You guys want to get shady, you want to, start talking sideways into the chat instead of being a man and calling me and talk about it. Yeah, moderator gonna handle that. They gonna put you in time out, man. If you continue, they gonna boot you on up out of here. They gonna boot you up on out of here. Like I say, I'd rather have 10 solid subscribers on a daily basis. Just 10 good solid subscribers. They have 30,000, 1,500, 2,000, guys that really don't mean me any good. Yeah, I'd rather have that. Yeah, I'm content with that. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Mike Jones. Nobody invited. I don't send no invites after this. I just say, hey man, I feel like doing me a live. Go on. What you gonna talk about, pro? Yeah, I figured out. Yeah. Listen, I respect everybody in my chat. Don't get it twisted, y'all. I respect all y'all. I just ask the same thing, at least a little bit. Little bit. If you feel like if you feel like it's just that hard, you know, give me just a little bit of respect, man, just go ahead and unsubscribe. I ain't gonna be mad at you. Yeah, just all that. Yeah. Unsubscribe. There's 3, 4 other podcasts that you can tune into on a daily basis and get put right to sleep. Put right to sleep. Yeah, y'all go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, I ain't gonna get mad at you. I'm gonna get mad. Yeah. Yeah, trying to. I'm not putting anybody in time. If I gotta respect the community guidelines, if I have to respect the community guidelines, let me see something. If the hip is cut off, let me get my charger. The white will come to you. White will come to you. And what technique is if I gotta respect the community guidelines, and by the time I step out of line, YouTube gonna punish me. You're gonna punish me for it, penalize me for it. So I respect the guidelines. I do. So I just humbly ask, my chat, man, to come in, man, conduct themselves like gentlemen. You have women in the chat now, man. There's women that watch this show. There's women that watch this show. And you will be appalled at, the things that the women are saying about some of you guys. It's always coming in here badgering, poking, picking, bullying, bullying and shit like that. It's not a real good look, man, in the eyes of another female. It isn't. It isn't. Well, I don't know. You know what, Tina?